Simple steps to financial freedom. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before I get started, I want you to watch the entire video. If you like the video, comment, like, subscribe at the end of the video. But first, watch the entire video. Okay, today we're going to be talking about simple steps to financial freedom. All right. This is something that everyone wants to know because they feel like money is the end all tell all. You're right. You don't worry about money until you don't have any. All right. When you don't have any money, you're right. You're going to be depressed. All right. You're going to feel sad. There's nothing you can do. And in a lot of cases, money is not going to buy happiness. But when said that money is not going to buy happiness, that doesn't mean don't chase your dreams. That doesn't mean don't chase wealth. That doesn't mean don't go out here and chase it. See, a lot of people out there, right? You don't know if you're going to have financial freedom. You don't know where to start to get there. You don't believe that you can get there. So when you hear about somebody that's not happy with having money, that helps make you confident in not chasing your dream. That's what you got to realize. A lot of people out there don't have the heart, the power, the mindset, or even the energy, the drive, the enthusiasm to get up and continue to chase a dream. And every time you get knocked down, you get back up and you keep going till you accomplish it. Everybody don't have that. So when you've accepted the fact that you're probably not going to be rich, you're probably not going to be on top of your game, when you hear about rich people going through depressing situations, it's not as depressing as yours. See, when you're going through a situation and you have no money, but it may require money coming out of your pocket, you're going to be depressed. But people that have multi-millions of dollars and they lose a little bit of their money, they're not going to cry as much because before they lost the money, they had already built financial freedom. All their bills were already paid. It's not like money's getting taken away from them while they're in debt. A lot of you guys, you live simple lives, $60,000 a year, $40,000, $50,000 a year, and then you got baby mama drama, and then you have divorce drama. All right, those financials are different. So you have to understand that when it comes to money, it is hard work. It's not going to make you happy at all, but it'll release some stress. But what you need to understand is it's up to you. All right, let's get started. The first thing that you want to do when building financial freedom, this is probably going to be one of the most important things for you to do, is to get out of debt. Period. You have to get out of debt. If you cannot get out of debt, you would never go towards financial freedom. And the reason is, it's like this. Most people are in debt to feel good for that moment. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all went out here and bought your dream house and you couldn't afford it. But it felt good to go home to a nice house. It felt good to have family members over. It felt good to show people where you live at. But when times got hard, all that enjoyment turned into depression because you had to figure out how you was going to pay the mortgage. So the first thing you need to do is start living below your means. The reason why you want to live below your means is because you have to find self-happiness because you're not going to be able to use your money to keep making you happy. All right? In order for you to do that, you got to find a place within yourself that's going to allow you to make money but not spend money to feel good. That means no clothes, no new cars, no new jewelry, no shopping sprees, none of that. All these things that you use money for to release dopamine and then it doesn't have any longevity satisfaction, you have to learn to get over that. You know why? Because you got shoes and clothes in your closet right now with tags still on them. You got shirts and shoes that you ain't worn in a long time. I have 18 pair of Yeezys. I only wear 4 at a time. And I look at the other ones and say, this is a waste of money. Why did I buy it? Because I'm a Yeezy fanatic. But I do look at my own crutches and I say, I waste a lot of money on shoes that I do not wear. That when my boys come over or somebody see my shoe collection, they're like, yo, dog. But to me, it's like, man, As I got older, I realized those things were waste of money. I look at a lot of my shoes and I say, you know what? This could have been that. This could have been an investment. That could have been a mutual fund. That could have been that. You got to start looking at situations like that because that's what's going to matter. So once you psychologically understand that you have to find self-happiness, all your money that comes in has to be saved and spent towards getting you out of debt, because your credit cards is for things that made you feel good. Your car is for things that made you feel good. Granted, some of you had to do what you had to do because you had kids and you had a family. Well, guess what? You got to find a way to dig yourself out of that grave. So you must pay off all your debt first. What that means, sacrifice the little stuff. Sacrifice clothes, cars, shoes, those things. And just say, you know what? If I go on this budget, I can pay this off. I can pay that off. I can pay that off. That's the first thing that you want to do, is work towards getting debt free. Next, after you get debt free, all right? And until you get debt free, you don't worry about this step right here. Because without being debt free, that's not financial freedom. Living in a $1 million house, driving Range Rovers and all that, and you still got a mortgage, and because you're leveraging money, sorry, homeboy, you're still broke. If your lifestyle can go down at any moment based off your income, you're still broke. Until you have things paid off, listen, you're not at financial freedom. So understand, after your bills are paid off, next thing that you want to do, after all your assets are paid off, is save up 6 months worth of bills. All right, you must save up 6 months worth of bills. It's because you're gonna have to take a risk with other money. You have to use money in order to make money. So you want to have all your bills knocked down, because when you at the beginning of something, it's gonna start off rough. But when you're psychologically waking up every day and you don't have debt on your consciousness and you don't have debt on your shoulders, you're able to think better. A person that's in severe debt, when they wake up every morning, they go through a lot of different moods, because they may not want to go to work, but they have to go to work. If they don't go to work, then they get fired. And if they get fired, then they lose their lifestyle, they lose their way of being. So now they got to wake up and keep going to the same thing every day. Why? Because they're in debt. The moment you get out of debt and you save 6 months worth of all your bills, that's going to start relieving a whole bunch of tension off of your brain, and it's going to allow you to think differently. When y'all see people out here, right, and you see a lot of your celebrities, rap artists, and you be like, oh my God, such and such turned down a $50 million deal. He turned down a $20 million deal. He did it because he had already financial freedom and he had no debt. So there's no reason for him to jeopardize who he is in order to make money. That's how it is when you start making money and you're debt free. You never have to jeopardize yourself to make money. You can make money on your own terms. So once you save up 6 months worth of bills and you have no debt, your brain's going to think entirely different. All right? That's what you got to do. After you save up your 6 months worth of bills, now you start putting money. Now it's time to start investing. All right. You could go into the stock market or you could go into a business. But I'm telling you right now, a 9-to-5 is not going to make you rich. You're not going to save your way to financial freedom. 401ks are good in a 30-year period, in a 40-year period, in a 50-year period. 401ks are good. But what does a 401k does? It keeps your brain shackled into slavery and thinking you're going to get a lot of money in this fantasy world. You don't want to be a millionaire at 75 years old. There's no way for you to enjoy it. You feel what I'm saying? You want to hurry up and try to make your money as soon as possible while you're young, while you got the energy to get up and grind. So understand, after you got 6 months saved up, now it's time to start putting your money towards investments. In my opinion, stock market or finance. Stock market, you have to treat it like a job. You have to be on it every day. It's not 401ks. It's not like mutual funds. Your life can change overnight when it comes to the stock market. You just have to be on top of it and study it. That requires a lot. Next, you want to go into a business. You're only going to make it with a business. That's it. That's where the dark side's at. That's the lonely side. That's the disciplined side. When you can't sleep until you get this business up and going. There should not be a moment, a second, an hour, a minute goes by that you're not thinking about that business. Once you have all your bills taken care of, now you know there's nothing but wealth from here. You invest into a business. I don't know what business to tell you to invest in. Why? Because you're only going to invest into a business that matches your personality. You're not going to see a gamer trying to be a construction worker mogul. It just doesn't work that way. A lot of your NBA and rich people, they own multiple businesses, but you want to know what? They got a lot of people up under them that it was their dream. It was their dream to do something, and they just had the money to invest in it, to put their name on top, but it was really somebody else's dream. You feel what I'm saying? They just find a way to invest the money. You have to be willing to grind that way to financial freedom. It's not easy. People that have money do not think they're better than you. They think they're stronger than you. That's it. Understand. People with money do not think they're better than you. That's what a lot of you broke people, insecure people think. They just think they're stronger than you because they go through the ups and downs, the lefts and rights. They walk inside the darkness and come out and find that little bit of light and walk towards it and make it. That's what you got to do to financial freedom. It's really easy. Don't overthink it. No matter if you watch my channel, this video on it, other videos on it, videos after that. It does not matter. It's the same steps to financial freedom, and that is self-control over your emotions. How disciplined can you be to not spend money to feel good, but to spend money to financially make you feel better in the future and better your life? That's what matters. You got to get disciplined first. The money will come. All right, this is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you was able to get the message. Comment, like, subscribe. Videos go to the Patreon before they come here. Hasta la vista.